All right, so we're back pedaling here, leaving Amethyst siding behind. Again, here, whole bunch of culverts. It's kind of interesting. There's a bunch of culverts here, all kind of lined up in a row. And so here you can see the mileage on this one is 179.10, and it actually has a number 1. And there's a culvert like literally right there, and there's another one. I think they all have the same mileage on them. So again, 179.10 would translate to 129.4 on the original lines. And so here you can see this next culvert, again, 179.10, and it's got a number 2 on it. And then there's another one just up here. And I think, again, I think it has the same, if I'm not mistaken, it has the same mileage on it. Almost looks like there's another culvert right there. So here's this other culvert here. Yeah, and this one says 179. It looks like 10. So again, sort of 3 culverts with the exact same sort of mileage on them. So here we're going through a little bit of a cutting, and we're going to be coming up to a road crossing very shortly. We're going to be crossing Amethyst Harbour Road, which again is one of the numerous access roads in the area here in Shunya that run down from Lakeshore Drive and the highway down to Lake Superior. So what I'll do is I'll just zip you ahead there, and so just enjoy the ride. We actually have another culvert here, but I haven't marked it because I don't think you can make out the mileage on it. It's illegible. All right, enjoy the view from this big embankment here. All right, so we're coming up on Amethyst Harbour Road here, and I'm going to pause here for a second. Almost looks like this section of grade here was kind of repaired, or something was done here. So I'm going to pause here for 1 second. I got to grab Luna so we can cross the road here, and we'll make our way across the road. Good girl. Okay, before we cross the road here, we have a neat little find. So you can see here we have a length of rail that's been sort of discarded on the side of the grade here. It's been here for a while. The upward side here is badly weathered, so I can't really see any identification on there. And I think this side here too, I just can't. It's so rusted. And it's very pitted. I can't really see anything on there either. You can see that it's in pretty rough condition. The one side here is pretty badly rolled, so it's seen a lot of use. And if you come over here, you can actually see this one side here. You can actually see that's all chipped and broken, and it's all sort of flattened out here. This rail's been sitting here for a while because there's a lot of, even on the top part here, there's a lot of pitting and, you know, a lot of wear damage. So it's been left here for quite a long period of time. Okay, so we've made our way across the road. We're now on the west side of the road. Before we jump back up on the bike here, we actually have another little point of interest. So we do have another box for the fiber. And so you can see the mileage here, so 179.54 on the Kinghorn. So for the original lines, that would be 129.84. All right, so we'll hop up on the bike. Luna. Not sure what she's smelling over there. There she comes. All right, so back up on the bike here and just continuing to work our way to the west. We've got another road crossing coming up in a bit, but we do have another stop coming up here. This is all new. This has all sort of been cut down since I was here in the winter time. So somebody's cutting down some trees and they all ended up kind of on the top of the railway grade here. A little bit of ballast issues. So our little stop is right here. So what we have is we actually have a little bit of a 2-for-1 here. We have a segmented concrete culvert that is passing under the grade, and we actually have a piece of a telegraph pole. So what we're going to do is we'll jump down there and go take a look. All right, so we're worked our way down here on the north side. We're just slightly below the grade, which is up there. So what we have is actually have kind of a 2-for-1 deal here, because we have the remains of a telegraph pole right here, and we actually have the concrete culvert. So I'll talk about the culvert first. You can see that it's probably about a 3-foot diameter culvert. It's hard to tell what kind of shape it's in. You can see through to the other side. We'll go around to the other side and have a look what's going on there. But so you can see that there's a telegraph pole here, and there's bits that are in the creek here. And you can see part of the pole here and sort of part of the cross beam and some of the pegs. And here you can see some pieces of insulator. Here's a piece of what was a Hemingway insulator. So you can see the Hemingway on there. So it's kind of neat to see both those things in one spot. Okay, so we'll jump the grade and go see what's happening on the south side. All right, south side here. Obviously this creek really doesn't see a lot of water. It's basically dry. There's not even really kind of a swale here where you would actually see water coming through. Looks in pretty good shape. It looks pretty straight and true, and there's a lot of debris inside there. And I'm guessing, again, because there's no real water that's kind of flowing through here and to kind of carry all the debris out. So we'll hop back up on the grade here, and we'll just keep making our way to the west. All right, we're back in the saddle here. Unfortunately, Luna has decided to roll in something brown, and so now she's covered in it, and she absolutely freaks, which is going to make it great for the ride back home. All right, so we're just plugging along on the grade here. I'm going to zip you ahead. Our next point of interest is just coming up, so just enjoy while we enjoy the scenery here while we work our way forward. All right, so I believe our next point of interest is right here. Yep, there she is. So what we have is we have a little creek that is passing under the grade, and we actually have quite a large size concrete culvert that is underneath the grade. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop down and go take a look at it. All right, so we're over here on the north side of the grade. You can see the culvert here, which we're going to take a look at in a second. It's kind of neat. We actually have the base of a telegraph pole right beside us here. You can see this beautiful little creek, just sort of a trickle of little water. Again, kind of interesting because we actually can see part of the pole over there. I can see a few insulators, a few Dominion 42s over on that side there. We've had a bit of rain lately, and so a lot of the creeks and rivers and things are up. So I'm assuming that this creek was basically dry because there's only a little bit of water. And so You know, the rainfall really didn't bring up the level very much. All right, so we're here as I try to not kill myself in the creek here. So we do have a very, very large diameter concrete culvert. It's got to be bigger than a 6-footer, maybe 7 or more. I don't know. We'll try to get a little bit closer. We're actually going to walk right through the culvert. Here you can actually see the conduit for the fiber optic line. And so we'll make our way in here. Let's see. Yeah, it's got to be about a 7-footer. I'm just sort of judging by my height. I'm just under 6 feet and probably about a foot above me or so. So we can carefully work our way through. The dog is a little bit excited about this. The culvert's in not bad shape. You can see kind of there is a bit of a displacement here in the middle. And you can see there's some stuff that's, some rocks and gravel and stuff that's coming through. Work our way down to this side. Try to avoid the shaking dog here. And then we'll scoot our way over here so we can kind of see this side. And so again, you can see the southern opening and the creek kind of flowing to the south here, eventually working its way down to Lake Superior. Again, you can see the very, very large diameter culvert. If it's not 7, it has to be even 8. I've really never seen any of culverts that are this size. This is a pretty large diameter culvert. Again, for the size of the amount of water that's coming through here, I'm guessing maybe on runoff and things like that, there's a lot more water that's flowing through here. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we'll work our way back up to the grade, and we'll just continue plugging our way along to the west.